This is just a little safety room, I guess.
It's week 2 of the National Football League, and all eyes are on Jared Goff. He got his reps in last week, finishing with over 300 passing yards. It's the Lions and the Commanders, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
Well, I'm not really raging. It's one of these games that I'm just... This game doesn't cause me to rage that... Okay, wait a minute. Okay, I know where I'm at. If I recall, the shotgun's in here, but I don't think I should get it yet. A travesty, nothing unusual.
Brandon Gaudin alongside my good friend Charles Davis. Charles, so often it's the quarterbacks that are in the spotlight, and in this game, no different. We have a very compelling matchup.
Oh, there's the shotgun. Can I get it now?
Of the Lions.
We do indeed, and something I'm going to be watching for.
Second, okay. We're gonna
start. If you can go out and get points on the first drive, preferably a touchdown, you can
No,
really set the
okay.
tone for the game. And I think that both of these quarterbacks are more than capable.
Again, we're going to try something here real quick because I know, if I recall,
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. Commanders trot to the field for their first possession, and it's the 7th-year quarterback out of North Dakota State leading the way. His 3rd NFL team, Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz and the Washington Commanders are hoping to provide stability for each other starting in 2022. It's the 3rd team in 3 years for Wentz and the 4th starter in 4 years for Washington. The big thing with Wentz has always been staying on the field. And last season in Indianapolis, he played a full 17 games, leading the Colts to a 9-8 record and almost into the playoffs.
Wentz to throw on the first play from scrimmage. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A good start.
we have the shotgun now, everybody.
Not to take him for granted, but it was business as usual for Terry McLaurin, up over 1,000 yards for the 2nd straight year. Now he gets to work with Carson Wentz.
I need I need everyone to be quiet here because we're about to hear the greatest line in video game history.
That connection yields a first down with that throw.
Hold on, it ain't. Well, I gotta run back quicker. Okay, there we go.
They come up on 1st and 10.
Now listen.
Wentz gonna throw.
Yes, the greatest line ever in a video game. I don't care what the fuck anyone says. You were a Jew sandwich.
Across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And under the Lions' pressure, he's...
Now we got the shotgun.
The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's when we turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this
Put him closer, bitch.
no chance. They were on him instantly.
And it's going to be another first
Off with your head with the shotgun, baby.
And a look at the next-gen stats.
You've unlocked it.
That sack occurred in all of 2.3 seconds. And you think you want to be an NFL quarterback?
I like it. I like it. I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches.
You come a little bit closer now. A little bit closer now. A little bit closer now. Off with your head.
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Go on here. This will be our first save here. And as you can see, we have a few things here we can pick up. We have Will you take the chemical? Yes, that chemical would be useful, I believe, later on.
But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run.
Gardening tools, yep.
Pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Officially nothing on that last run.
Alright, we're going to put the knife in here. Okay, hold on. Combine the two green herbs. And now, let's see, what we got in here? I think because we're playing on...
This is 3rd and 4. Wentz now to throw. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here.
Put that there for now. Alright, now normally I'd continue to stream longer, guys, but I'm honest, I've been up for a little while longer. I've been up since about 7 because I had a lot of stuff to do. And I did do a lot of talking on the Madden stream. But, so we're going to save him. So this one won't be a long stream tonight. Usually I do longer ones, but don't worry. The next time we get back to this, it will be longer. Oh, look at you just being so sassy with yourself, like putting your hand in her hip, like, come on, move, do something, motherfucker. Come on. But, yeah. Plus, I got a lot of stuff to download. But tomorrow night, Thursday, don't know what I'm going to be doing yet on the channel. I might get back to this on Thursday morning, maybe, I don't know. Or Friday morning. So pay attention to my stream sometime tomorrow morning or Friday. Till then, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Yeah, well, Madden's going to take most of the night up on every Wednesday.
Offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Plus, my voice is a little sore right now from that, since we did a lot of kookiness, but I at least wanted to get a little bit of that started tonight in that video.
The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. With no hesitation there, not only do they throw it on their first play, Charles, they throw it into double coverage and complete it.
They might as well have gone to a podium and just announced, we are not going to be challenged or bullied.
Plus, I'm getting hungry. We get to eat all my dinner since I tried to get on early, but...
Goff on 1st down. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
One of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. A play fake for Swift, now Goff. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Now Wentz. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Wentz. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. Out left to Dotson. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Wentz to throw again. Able to connect with Dotson. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
Wentz is throw complete there to Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. A look at the numbers for Thomas from a week ago. 7 catches, 79 yards.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. His throw complete right side to Bates, the tight end. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive. And here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Thomas brings it in. And he's out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Gibson again. And he fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead grows to 10-0. That one in the books as a 12-play drive, and it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper.
No, I'm still here.
10-0 lead for him now.
I just wanted to. No, I want to platinum this game first. I was playing before I did the picks and evil. I just wanted to at least get a little bit of the RE stream in tonight. That's all I wanted.
To get something started, they need to.
We'll probably do a longer part of that another time.
And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there.
As I played in this game, I'm probably going to leave to let the games got to download, and then let the ones on the 5 download.
First down, but this throw downfield incomplete. The Lions had 0-1 of the year following the loss in the opener, and they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Boy, this defense is circling early. A pick six there, and they are off to the races here this first quarter.
And, partner, when you get off to a first-quarter lead like this, it really frees you up defensively to take some chances, really apply some heat. And that was just a tremendous play to pick that ball off and bring it back for a score.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes our score 17-0. So an early advantage now, and a good one. 17-0 our score as they kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Lions offense set to take over. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. They'll start on the ground with Swift, and he'll get this just across the 25-yard line. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 22 carries, 79 yards.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. This defense for the Commanders is terrific last week in the season opening victory.
Yeah, they only allowed 13 points, and you can poll all 32 coaches, and I guarantee you they'd say, we'll take that every single week. But let me think about that for a second. Maybe there'd be one contrarian that would say, give me 10.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. He's taking down the 33-yard line. It's a pick up at 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. 17-0 our score after 1. Commanders 17. Lions 0. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it 2nd and 7. Once more, Gibson. Oh, a heck of a move. Man. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he finds McLaurin. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Throwing is Wentz. Flush to his right. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
When you're a capable runner, oftentimes your quarterback coach, your offensive coordinator, they love to see you break the pocket and go ahead and take off. I think he could have gotten vertical and picked up something there. Instead, he pushed it downfield. Incomplete.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. To throw is Wentz. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. Off to Thomas on the left side. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it nice, easy.
Ball start.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. Back to the ground with Gibson. And it's still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Wentz going to try and throw on third. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first. And the Lions will take over. The D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz, and in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that 4th down.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Play action. It's gone. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Here's Goff. But he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. Johnson to return it. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give him 5 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Week 2 underway around the NFL. And a reminder that later tonight it'll be Chicago and Green Bay in the Packers home opener. The 101st season of that great rivalry. They had the 100th anniversary last year. And then tomorrow night a treat, a Monday night doubleheader. Tennessee and Buffalo, 7:15 Eastern. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Charles Harris. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz escaping the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. The offense on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd down and 12. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Here's Williams to return. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7, and the Lions will take over. And Detroit back in possession of the football. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
But no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching.
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by
The Commanders are going to everyone getting apple turnovers today apparently in your game.
Here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And it'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 50 yards rushing for him now.
Dark Knight's not having any luck.
Gibson here running out of the gun. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
There's just 6, because I got to check to see how he scores, just so I can laugh.
Inside the 10 to the 9. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
How are you losing 17-0? Good Lord.
Wentz. This is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Commanders continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it concluded with the touchdown pass to Antonio Gibson. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Goff now looks to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away. Tuck it away because you've got to take care of the ball.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for 1st. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On play action, it's Wentz. And that will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Sly able to put this one through, and the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Got St. Brown running the quick slant here. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Goff. And Sharp calls it in. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Here's Swift. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Lions get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead down to 20. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Washington going to go on offense one last time in this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Wentz now on 1st down. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And this is going to be a Commanders' 1st down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line. A final shot before half for Wentz. That one to the sideline, and a nice catch there. He stays in bounds, but a penalty marker is down as well. And they'll let that play, the completed pass, stand as they decline the penalty.
So do you get the sense they like their defense?
Yeah, they wanted that next down to come up.
Yeah, they weren't worried about the yardage there at all. Just what you said. Let the downs trickle away.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll begin with a couple of cellar dwellers from a season ago. The Jets on the road at Cleveland. And it's the Jets who have the lead with that one getting close to halftime. 3 touchdown passes there for Zach Wilson. Next, we head off to check out another game.
Jenny and the Jets.
On that game against the visiting Patriots. Devontae Parker, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville. See what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Christian Kirk, a touchdown reception. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Washington. And their offense has been in top form so far, especially their passing game, as it's helped push them out to this big halftime lead. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half. Final adjustments being made in both locker rooms. They are just about set to get back to football in Detroit. And for the call of the second half, we'll kick it back up to Ford Field and Brandon Gott.
It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
A gain of 3, second down. Now it's gone. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Taken down at the 47-yard line. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot.
Yet again, Goff is intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Wentz bringing the Commanders out for 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's got room. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 85 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. It's incomplete. Jahan Dotson was the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
And he's going to be taken down, plus there's a penalty
Batman
flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
Yeah, that roughing the passer one, I gotta be honest, I'm not a big fan of that rule.
A little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Because I feel like that one's way too subjective, because I like to ask the refs, how the fuck is a fat guy supposed to stop when he's about to go for a tackle?
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Shotgun now for Wentz. Buying time to his left. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Wentz now to throw. Looking and finding Thomas in the end zone. And touchdown, Washington. 2 yards on the touchdown there, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away.
Don't remind me of that game. I hated talking about that game tonight.
Going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. And Detroit getting set to go now. Well, we haven't exactly been.
Granted, it is fun. Everybody's joining in the fun of Barry and Russell Wilson.
Score here. This one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A very solid gain of 27. Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Right back here to fill up my water cup.
What they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Go off a handoff here to Swift. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Goff. And this one taken in by Cephas. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Goff. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. James Mitchell, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Lions get a bit closer.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. And racing, going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead now down to 20. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. Washington's offense ready to go again. There's Antonio Gibson. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. Now Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he's out of bounds. Able to take this one up to the 35. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. On the return is Williams. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Everybody get a flag, get a flag, get a flag.
So holding on the offense, they go ahead and decline the penalty, and the ball will change hands on the fumble recovery. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Illegal blocking the ball. Offense.
Well, that one hurts. That wipes away what would have been a big play.
Well, you and I both know coaches aren't real big on silver linings, but at least that play call was a successful one. Now the focus offensively, that goes to overcoming the penalty and making all that yardage back again.
Now some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. 2nd and 5 now. Wentz throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. They had great starting position to begin the drive, and now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, Wentz. Got his target, Samuel. And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Gibson going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Trying to power it in with Arma. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Wentz to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football, limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball. And it
That's the technical half.
Goff now looking to throw. Over the middle, hauled in by Shark. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Chase Young picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. On the move to his left. Coming across the formation and making the catch is Chark. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 45-yard line. They will run straight ahead with Swift. 42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Off play action. Here's Goff. Hawkinson crossing the middle and bringing it in. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw complete there to St. Brown. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Holy shit. I wish I would have broke when I was streaming my picks. I'll have to talk about it next week. Rose Bowl, which is one of the big ones for college football, has signed an agreement that will allow college football playoff to expand to 12 teams in 24 and 2015.
But it's incomplete. That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone. And the
that means pretty much this. Right now, the college playoff football system, pretty much what it is, it's only the 4 best teams, your record and all that. But if they make it to 12, what's going to happen is it's going to take the team who wins the conference championship first, and then the other ones will be filled out by best record by that point. So these smaller conferences that don't normally get a chance, guess what? They'll finally get a chance to maybe win the college championship. Or at least worst case, if they never win it, they'll get more. They'll be on TV more. Which guess what that means? You have more people wanting to come to your school, which means more money. That is a good thing. There's a lot of schools out there that have good coaches, but they can't get the best players because of the fact that they're not in the bigger conferences or they don't get that TV time.
With an extra DB here on 3rd down. A give up the middle to Gibson, and he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. Give them the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run with McKissick. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. McKissick again on 2nd down. And this is going to be a Commander's 1st down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A handoff running left is Gibson. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. A handoff for Gibson. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it?
Good Lord, it's already 10:25, man. My body feels like it's later than that.
And then burst through for big gains.
Taking it about the 16. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be...
Oh, boy, we got a beef. Oh, we got a beef going between Patrick Peterson and Kyle Murray now. Yeah, apparently, Patrick Peterson said on his podcast, Kyle Murray don't care about nobody but Kyle Murray. Kyle Murray said in response, this isn't true. You're on some weird shit, P2. You got my number. If you really felt like this as a big bro or a mentor, you're supposed to call me and tell me, not drag me so your podcast can grow.
They're going to be batted away at incomplete. The Lions on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. On the slant, this is Chark. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 41-yard line. Again, Goff. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Cameron Curl. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation point, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. On 3rd down, here's Gibson. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Ball in a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is fielded at the 27. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Look at DJ Chark as he and the rest of the offense head back out. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Now a 1st down throw. Goff. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know what he thinks going on out there, CD.
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. But we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jamin Davis. 30, 10, 5, and he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Right in there. Oh, this game's weird. Thank God it was cheap when I bought it weeks ago.
They've been on it from snap one.
They get
from the end zone, here comes Williams. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Amon-Ra St. Brown and the rest of the Detroit Lions getting set for another series here.
Let's see here, Charles. 6 catches, over 100 yards. Call that a pretty good day at the office.
And I love the accumulation, the catches, the yardage. That means he's having a pretty good impact on this ball game and really helping his team out in a big way.
Means he wants the football again, right?
And it's funny because some of these receivers are very vocal about how much they're getting it. Others are quieter, but they still let you know, give me the ball, I'm going to make a play.
Goff's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. To throw is gone.
And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. On 1st and 10, Goff.
This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he's got it. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, you know, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be up to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
On the draw, it's Gibson. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. They'll run with Gibson. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the time.